passage of time within Universe 20 flows faster than our own, then based on the amount of time that Lord Ligor would have had to garner enough experience within his present state, then I would have to go and say that Lord Ligor would be much stronger than Lord Beerus while both having to wield identical forms. However, there does in fact appear to be a clear distinction between the two if you haven't already happened to have noticed by now, because despite with both of them having to successfully fuse their destructive nature with the principles of Ultra Instinct, Beast continues, if you go and stop and have a little closer look, then you will see that Lord Ligor is far more balanced, Beast says, for his movements appear to be much sharper and his discipline more refined, while Lord Beerus, on the other hand, is unfortunately allowing for his frustrations to take hold of his direction throughout the course of this battle, and it's not something that Lord Beerus was prepared for either, I'm afraid. And while I do still hope that there is some kind of window for Lord Beerus to exploit here against Lord Ligor in order for him to capture this victory, Beast continues, and I'm afraid to say that if this continues to go the way that it currently is, then unfortunately I think that it would be safe to say that there will be nothing that Lord Beerus will be able to do out there against what Lord Ligor has become in order for him to claim the victory over him by the very end of all of this. It was only then in the meantime as Ligor was then shown having to drive Beerus down onto the ground by smashing his body onto the pavement below was when Ligor then went on to respond, "You have endured far more punishments than most could ever even go as far as to dream of enduring, Lord Beerus, but I want you to go and listen very carefully, for you have proven yourself to be more than what I had expected, but while I do not wish to go and harm you any more than I already have," Ligor continues, "I ask for you to go and simply stay down while you still can, and I don't say this out of arrogance towards you, but I say this as more of a warning. For if you only continue to rise in this battle here against me, the harsher the consequences will become, Lord Beerus. For this is not something that I want to go and do, but if you force my hand in this situation, then I will do it without hesitation," Ligor continues. "And so now what do you say, God of Destruction? For it's as I said, there is no shame in admitting when you have been beaten so that you can live and go and fight another day, and so now what is your answer?" With Ultra Beerus responding, "You can go and do your worst, for I will not back down here against you, no matter what it is that you go and try to do to me. So let go of me so that I can show you." To which it was only fortunately enough for Beerus, with Ligor being shown having to punch his way down onto the ground, with Beerus being shown vanishing and getting behind Ligor, was when Ligor then went on to quickly respond, "Then if this is going to be how you wish to end things between us, then I will not deny you of your destiny, but while we both know that you are without reach in beating me as you are without a doubt one of the most dedicated and driven gods of destruction that I have ever seen," Ligor continues, "for I think that I am finally now starting to understand on why you are the way you are, but make no mistake about what it is that is about to happen here between us, Lord Beerus, because while you are still able to fight and while you are still able to witness the force of nature that I bring upon having to battle against my opponents, let our next engagement here between us be our last, Lord Beerus." To which it was only right then and there now, during that moment, where the Beyond Dragon Ball Super story of the resurrected fallen gods of destruction, the Legendary God Saga, manga chapter number 8 semi-finale, then comes to a close.
Well, actually, I'll go ahead and take it here, as I do want to go as far as to address something very important with our dear viewers at the moment. As before I go and give you the following information, if you aren't already a member of Unreal's Patreon community, then you are truly missing out on so much without you even knowing, because not only is the next episode already on the page, but if you want to support all of the manga content that you see and gain access to tons of exclusives along the way that range from a variety of different things, then we do encourage for you all to become members of our Patreon community today, for we will link everything down within the description box below and pinned comment section as well. Now, I will go as far as to say that although I have a feeling that Lord Beerus will need to go and use every bit of power that he could possibly draw forward in order to go and put Lord Ligor away for good, I still find it rather difficult and extremely shocking to see how the tables have now turned against Lord Beerus after seeing Lord Ligor unleash a similar power to his own. But even though it'll finally all come down to this, as I assume that this is going to be their final engagement before we crown a winner here between them, you do not want to miss out on what is about to happen coming up next. So we